This is the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric.
Hello, everyone. We begin tonight with trouble on the streets of America. After declining for a decade, the number of violent crimes has now risen for the past 2 years, and officials are concerned it's the beginning of a trend. According to the FBI, violent crime was up 1.3% in 2006, and in big cities, murders were up well over 6%. What's behind the spike in crime? We have 2 reports tonight, beginning with Justice correspondent Bob Orr.
4 shootings and 2 deaths in 4 hours, and all of that in broad daylight. Another deadly day last month in Philadelphia, where the number of murders is on the rise. After 377 killings in 2005, Philly had 406 in 2006. Nearly every major city saw more murders last year than the year before. In Chicago, killings went from 448 to 467. New York homicides rose from 539 to 596. And in Houston, from 334 to 377. Some second-tier cities have seen an even bigger percentage increase in deadly violence. Orlando, for example, had only 22 murders in 2005, but 49 last year. That's a 123% increase. In Atlanta, murders rose from 90 in 2005 to 110. In Indianapolis, from 108 to 140. And Oakland, from 93 to 145. And what's most troubling, it's the second straight year violent crime has risen.
If it was just 1 or 2 cities, we probably wouldn't be as concerned, but we looked at 50 to 60 medium and large cities across the country, and we saw a majority of them had seen significant spikes during this 2-year period.
The new FBI numbers show some good news. Rapes, assaults, and property crimes are down, but robberies like murders are up. Police blame gangs, guns, increasingly violent teenagers, and budget cuts. Since 2001, the Bush administration and Congress have cut $2 billion from federal crime-fighting funds.
That's not a movement in the right direction, as far as I can see. There's nothing like having boots on the ground to better police our cities.
But back in Philadelphia, where the city is on a pace to pass last year's murder mark, Police Chief Sylvester Johnson says more police alone cannot counter the 2-year bump in violent crime.
If the community is only going to count on the police to solve their problem without them getting involved themselves, it's not going to happen.
Police say community-based programs that give kids alternatives to gangs and guns are the key. Perhaps the best hope for turning around crime stats that are heading in the wrong direction. Bob Orr, CBS News, Washington.
And in Philadelphia this evening, an anti-violence group staged a march to call attention to the rising homicide rate there. And they got some high-powered support from Bill Cosby, a Philadelphia native. The biggest jump in violent crime is in mid-sized cities like New Orleans, up more than 3% on average. Hari Srinivasan is there.
Violent crime like this shooting caught on tape by a police surveillance camera is taking a toll in New Orleans. And for some, it's hitting too close to home.
Someone's shooting at somebody, so the bullets are hitting the front of the church here.
Pastor John Raphael is talking about March 26th, the day New Hope Baptist Church became part of a crime scene.
And only the grace of God kept anyone from being hit that